Hey there, look what I just pulled out of the oven. Oh, and they're hot. I can feel the steam. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to make this. This video is for my friend Marilla because I made this no-knead bread for our winter party on December 21st. And so what we do is we have this with brie cheese because it's the no-knead bread, and you make this in a Dutch oven. But I have a Dutch oven, but I wanted to make it this way because when you go to the supermarket, you want bread that's really tough on the outside and soft on the inside. So I actually serve this up for New Year's as well. So I made this today because the bread maker of the family, and I'm going to show Marilla how to make this. So I charge my phone. So the recipe, and I won't do it now, but I'll add it in later. It's a no-knead bread. It's 3 cups of flour, which it's the Robin Hood. I use all-purpose flour. If you're going to use a bread flour, it's usually less water. So as long as you know that, because I only buy like 1 flour, and I am looking into gluten-free alternatives, but I did make an almond flour bread with this. It didn't work. So put that in my bowl. So simple, 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 simple. So let's talk yeast, because there was a famous celebrity that I got this video from. She had, that's not even it. I'm missing one. Well, anyway, so I'm going to add it in later. But here, I got this one for making pizza. And the pizza one, I think, is just like the quick yeast. I got this from Costco, and I forgot that I had that. I thought it was all out when I went and bought all these because I was short. I was short a package there. That's the traditional yeast. Now, I normally use this one in regular bread, which takes 2 hours to make, and you got to knead it. But right now, I'm having trouble with my thumb. I got actually, I have a bend today. I need surgery on my thumb, so I can no longer knead my bread. So I've been experimenting with no-knead bread. So the bread yeast, the lady who was on the video, I don't want to mention her name because I'm not going to trash talk her. She did not know the difference between a quick rising yeast and the regular active yeast. Okay, the difference is this is for the knead bread. That's 2 hours to make, and you let it rise an hour, and you let it double when you put it in the oven. And this quick stuff, this is the stuff they use like in bread maker. There's another name for it. It works best with this here, the no-knead bread, just because it's just easier because you're not kneading it. So it works a little better. Just trust me on that one. So, like I said, I got a lot of yeast because being bread maker, I got to have all that around. So you add 3 cups of flour. You add only 1/4 of a teaspoon of yeast, which I got to add because I left it in the fridge. I got too many yeast. And then you add salt, and it's 1 teaspoon and 1/4 of salt. Now, I usually make my own salt, but not today. I actually made that for Christmas gifts a couple years back. So what I'm using now, I'm putting in this bowl. Let's see if you can see my bowl here. I'm just putting it in there on top. You can see it. Sorry, I need more cameras and stuff like that. So there's 1/4. And like I said, I try to make it a little bit like that. I don't go too hard over. So this here salt, I got this from Costco. Pink Himalayan salt. Normally I just have regular sea salt. And so, see that? Now, you know what? The yeast, I'm not going to look for the other yeast. I'm going to use this one. And that is just 1/4 of a teaspoon. Now, the water, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of water. And I need to get a spoon because I'm making this in front of your eyes. So for here, with that, there's the yeast and the salt and the flour. All you have to do is just mix it like this. That's before you add the water. Now, normally when you have yeast, you use hot water. But because this is going to sit on the counter for 8 to 12 hours, whenever you decide you want to cook it, you just need cold water. It's no-knead bread. It's that simple. Now, if you need it like in 3 or 4 hours, I would say make it warm water, but not hot to touch. Like get it from the hot, let your water run hot. And then put it in here and just let it cool down a bit. It won't burn your yeast. So for this amount of flour, for Robin Hood flour, what I've noticed is that I have to put in a full 2 cups. And like I said, I went from 1.5 cups. Then I had 1 3/4 cups. And then last night I noticed, I wish I had a camera right on my food. And I'm going to buy the program so I can try to make some better videos here. So like I'm going to show you this now, what this looks like. There's still flour in it. It just takes a few minutes to mix her up. Right? Like this is it. This is it. So, and it's a sticky bread. And what I did earlier when I made the other one, I didn't even put it on a counter and I didn't even roll it out. I put a little bit of flour in there and I divided it in 4. And then, I don't know if that's too hot to touch. And then just put it on there and I didn't even care about the shape. I just cut it in 4 and laid it on there and it was still semi-risen. So, and then the oven has to be 450 degrees. Now, while your oven is heating up, that's about as long as I let that rise. But I didn't beat it down. Like I said, I'll probably have to make part 2 to this video if you want me to. So it says 35 minutes. However, when I made my first batch for the winter party, it burnt. Then I made croutons out of it. I have them in my cupboard. I cut all that bread up. This here is for Caesar. It's just, it's got Parmesan cheese and some olive oil and Italian spices or something. But I'd have to show that. And this is the one I use for onion soup. See, it's kind of brown. And it's really, I actually fried this up. But when it was burnt, you cut it up because when you have onion soup, you need bread that it's really, really, what the hell? You need, when you have onion soup, you actually want to have dry bread. So there's a little peek inside my cupboard there. So this is done. Look, I gotta show you. All the flour has gotten wet. So I'll just scrape it off. And I don't want to touch that because I'm not feeling well. So I'll just soak that in water and get that out of the way. So then you have and this one I just used earlier when I made that first batch of bread. One piece is big. I don't like plastic, but I just don't want to have to clean it. But what I'm thinking of buying, it's getting some really thick plastic, the kind of use on, for tabletops, the clear one. I'm going to actually get a piece of that so that I won't have to keep using ceramic on it. But you just cover that up. Put it on the counter. Does not need to be near a warm space. And you let that rise. Like I said, 4 hours if you put warm water in it. It's 8 to 12 hours to make it the night, and you cook it during the day. You can go shop and go all day and just leave it on the counter. You can cook it in a Dutch oven, which I don't do because the type of bread I have is used for having my favorite brie cheese on it. And it tastes really good with butter, and it's got that nice kind of strong pull to it. So this is your no-knead artisan bread. This video I made for Marilla. Marilla, I expect you to make this and then let me know if you succeed. So that's it. Press like and subscribe. I'm hoping to have a little bit more of these videos. Oh, and the other thing that I had, you probably see over here, and that's hot, so I can't touch it, is I have one of those silicone pads. I don't put any oil on that. So that one here is discolored, but I don't worry about that. I wash it all the time. And that's me in my kitchen. Thanks for watching, and see you real soon.